Today we look at different methods that are inside the console object. Everyone knows what console.log does, right? You write console.log of anything and that logs it in the console. You get it printed in the console, okay? So if you look at it in a deeper perspective, there's much more that can be done than just logging in the console, okay? Let's assume we have an object, all right? Let's say person details. First name, last name, his age, and let's say his address. Okay, so we've got this. Now, if I do a console.log of person details, what I would get is a string representation of the object. Okay, instead of console log, there's another method. Instead of log, there's another key in console object, which is called dir. Okay, so when I do dir of person details, I would get an object representation of the object. If it's an object, I would get an object representation, right? So that's the difference. First one is a string representation of the object, rather dir gives me the object representation. Yeah, this is one interesting feature. Second, let's assume we have console.log, okay? We have a string that we want to write, okay? Let's say I am currently living in India, okay? All right, so what I would want to do is, if I just console log this, everything is going to be in the same font, the color is black, everything is by default, right? Rather than having this, I can add particular style to this as well in the console, right? So for that, you have to write the percentage symbol and then write C, and post that, put a comma as the next argument. You can go ahead and write your CSS. So let me go ahead and make this color red, increase the font size to 30 pixels, and let me run this. Now you can see that the font and the, I've applied some sort of a CSS to this word India, right? Now if I want to apply more CSS, and it is afternoon now, okay? I want to apply more CSS, all I have to do is, if I want to apply a different CSS, put a percentage C again, then go ahead, write another bunch of CSS properties here, and hit enter. And you can see I am living in India. India has got the first set of CSS that I've sent across in the console, and it is afternoon now, who's got another set. Okay, so these are things that can be done. Let me clear the screen now. Let's see what else can be done. So we have person details currently with us, right? So let me add this to us to an array. Okay, let info to person details. Okay, I'm going to have everything else going the same, except I'm going to change the first name of that person. Details, name, Razor, and let me change his age as well. Make him 21 and close this. Right. So let's see what is there in person info. Let's console log that. Okay. We've got an object. We've got a couple of things inside, right? You can see that. Now we've got two people, Jack and Razor, with their properties. Okay. So instead of seeing it like this, I can have it in a different format. Okay. Let's take a look at what that is. There's something called table. To that, I'm going to put in person info. So this will format table structure, makes it more user friendly, user readable. Correct. We've got two values, Jack, Peter. His age is 45. His address is 21st Street, London. So is Razor and Peter, whose age is 21. So this forms a really nice uh, tabular structure. Correct. Okay. Let's take a look at another concept here known as group. Okay. So here, let me just paste this code. Okay, so we have console.group heading, and inside that group heading, I've got a couple of messages that I want to show, and then I've got another group which I call it subheading, and another bunch of messages or inner sections inside that group, right? And I end the group using group end. Okay, so this is how it forms in the console, and it's pretty interesting and very user friendly, right? So this is something that can help understand things much better, right? Simplify the data and have it in a better view, right? So these are different things that can be used with the console other than logs. I hope you guys found this video interesting. If yes, please share, like, and subscribe. That means a lot. Thank you.